Hello everyone, long story short, I was supposed to have left for lunch like 10 minutes ago with Haim. Clearly has not happened. I got distracted. I started a clock app vlog. I don't know if I get like shadow banned, but I think I'm already shadow banned. Anyway, so I've been mucking around. I just did my hair, got dressed, and I thought today, since, you know, I kind of want to get to lunch soon, Hamish is hungry, I thought I would just do a like everyday makeup look. Use some of the products I just use when I am IRL whipping on makeup to rush out the door. Maybe a little bit more glam today since I am going out for lunch, and also we've got friends coming over later tonight just for a drink, so I kind of want to look cute but in a hurry. That's the vibe for today. Get ready with me in kind of rush. I'm not like super rushed, okay? It's not 10 minutes. I'm gonna take as long as I need, 40 minutes or so. But yeah, let me show you some of my go-to products. I've kind of mentioned a lot of these in my previous few videos, but hey, some of you may not watch every video, and if you do, then you're gonna see some repeats. Who cares? No one cares, right? Surely not. So I've already done a little bit of skincare, but I'm gonna put on some like moisturizing primer just to start and like make sure my skin's really nice and hydrated. It's not too bad. I don't actually use this often at all, but I feel like using it today. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum. This is in the shade Main Squeeze. I'm just gonna give it a quick shake first since I haven't used it in a while. So this is going to give me a really nice glow and some moisture since it's like a serum kind of product. And that's just going to be what we're going to use today to prime. I have my mirror in front of me, so we're going to use a hand mirror today. My cute little one from Flower Nose. Look at it! Are you guys seeing the finish of that on my skin? Beautiful to wear alone as well if you just like a kind of skincare routine. You don't wear a lot of makeup and you just want like a bit of like, it's not coverage, it's like a tint, if anything, if that makes sense. It does not cover anything really. It's just that beautiful tint and like finish of the skin. It's just so pretty. It gives you that kind of glow that you achieve with other glowy primers, but instead of using shimmers and everything, it really is like just a balmy glow, if that makes sense. I've completely used up one of my Tia Red cushions. This is the shade 23 in Sand, which is what I wear when I've got a little bit of a fake tan on like I do today. So that's going in the bin. We have a reasonably new one here. I just opened it like a couple weeks ago. This stuff, if you haven't seen me talking about it, I don't know where you've been, to be fair, because I've put this in like my last year's favorites. I've done like a dedicated review on it, like an unsponsored one. I tried it for the first time and loved it. And then I've actually worked with the brand since, which is like amazing. Like, I feel so lucky. So I've done a couple of videos, like demos and stuff on my like TikTok and Instagram and things like that for them as well. But yeah, this video right now is not sponsored. I genuinely use this a lot. I was going to use my Unleasher one, which you've seen in a few videos lately. I just feel like I've used it like way too often in my videos, so we're switching it up today. These two foundations are like two of my favorites just to like whip on. They're so fast and easy. I just used the applicator to like apply some. Look at it. Like, that's without it being blended. Oh my god, it's just so good, guys. Like, it is such a beautiful finish, coverage, blends out like a dream. Like, oh my gosh, have you guys tried it yet? If you have not and you're still on the fence, I don't know why. Obviously not everyone's gonna love everything the same, but I honestly just feel so confident. Like, it's something you need to at least try one time. You don't need a lot of product. The fact that I've gone through an entire cushion says a lot, considering how much makeup I have, how many options I have, guys. I switch up what I'm using so often, but the fact that I reach for this again and again and again, like, that says everything. And I have it in multiple shades. So like, the fact that I've completely used up one, honestly, just trust me, it says a lot. And it's just so fast to blend out because it's so thin and it's easy. You don't have to like buff it for ages. Like some foundations, like, you know, you have to like make sure that all the edges are blended and there's no thick layer or anything. This just goes on in a thin layer and just, it's easy. Concealer is just never a surprise at this point. Oh my gosh, my tube is getting so messy. I just noticed, look how dirty it is around the outside, because I use this literally like every day. I use the shade P1 under my eyes basically all the time. I mean, I have tan on right now, so sometimes I go in with a darker color, but I want a bright under eye today, so we're just going to stick with the same color as always. I use this when I'm pale as well. I'm just using my sponge today to blend this one out. When I'm doing fast makeup, if I'm organized and I've wet my sponge, like, I just feel like sponges are so fast to apply everything with, if that makes sense. If you're a fingers girly, that's probably even faster, but I just hate getting like makeup all over my hands all the time. I'm not gonna bang on about this concealer for too long because obviously you guys have seen me use this in about 200 videos at this point. Okay, we're looking at quite glam at this point with the like under eye and the foundation. I do want this to be a very wearable look, so I actually think I'm going to skip on my cream bronzer and stuff. I would do that if I was doing like a more nighttime look, but since this is like very daytime, I want it to be very daytime. Let me set my under eyes first though. I've really been into the Huda Beauty under eye powder again. I'm still using my original packaging. They have changed the packaging now, but I don't want to like throw out all this powder. I'm going to be using a small face brush, looks like this, as my first step, just so I can apply a really light amount. Oh, that just puffed into my eye, lovely. Just doing a triangle shape up onto the cheekbone, and once that's set, I'm going to take a thicker amount of product. This is like a no mirror makeup challenge at this point. I just did all of that without a mirror. Okay, and then I'm doing a thicker layer, and I'm gonna leave that on for a little bit just to bake a bit. I feel like if I go straight in and bake, I accentuate more of the like little dry areas and fine lines under my eyes. Using a thin layer just with a brush first to smooth everything out kind of just like sets everything, and then the powder on top when you bake, it's more of just like a outer layer, if that makes sense. Otherwise I feel like you can get like an uneven kind of texture under the eyes when you don't set before baking. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. I'm going to use one of my old trusty bronzers that you can't get anymore, sorry. If you want a good dupe for this formula, I think that the Made by Mitchell bronzers are very similar, and I use those ones all the time as well, but I've got this one on my desk because I've used it recently, and I'm just going to pop some of this on. Use whatever bronzer you like if you're following along. Most of you do not follow along and you're just watching for entertainment, so who really cares? Let's be for real. A little bit on the nose. I'm not going to do too much. I feel like very glam because of my top I'm wearing right now, to be honest. I might wear jeans with this top out so that it's a little bit like dressed down. There we go. So I'm just kind of going in a C, like up here on my cheeks, forehead. This powder's too light, but I'm going to use a very like small layer of this. I feel like my face is a little bit too dark right now anyway, but this is a Flower Nose powder in Ivory Beige. It only comes in a couple of colors, and usually I use this like under my eyes to brighten, but I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to set with that because like I said, I feel like my face is like just a little bit too dark anyway. I didn't put as much fake tan on when I tanned yesterday, so I'm going to have to just put on a little bit of my Baked Body Frosting. For my blush, I basically always use either my XO Beauty blush or my Natasha Denona blush, the little duos. Both of them are duos. Maybe I'll do a mix since I love both. So this is the Blush You in Rose and Dahlia, and then this is the Simply Shy. So I'm using the darker shade of Simply Shy, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on the cheek. And this is like a cream, but it goes on top of powder really nicely. I'm using a very light hand as I apply it. I'm not like dragging, I'm literally just skimming it across the surface. Like how pretty is that color? It's so perfect. And then this color goes really nice on top. I'm gonna use this one here. Again, just like a small amount. I'm going to put some up into my eyeshadow, like my outer corner as well. And then just a little bit like in the middle of the bridge of my nose. I just think it ties everything together really nicely. And then for highlight, I often just use like, whoops, the cream of that one. But I think I'm going to use, actually no, I'm going to use this. I loved this in my last video, my gold full face. I'm going to use the shade Pearl. This is like very, very intense. I'm just going to apply it right here. I'm going to use my blush brush to blend it out a little because I applied a bit too much. Whoopsies. I've got like 20 minutes left. I hope you can really see how pretty all those cheek products look together. Using my finger to apply a little bit just above my brow, and then just a little bit right on the center of my bridge. Brows are very, very, very simple. I would like my darker shade of this. I have no idea where it is though. I still haven't found it. This is just the shade Taupe. This still does the trick. This just defines my brows nicely without having to actually fill them in with anything. Whoops. So yeah, if you're missing vlogs, go check out my TikTok. It's linked down below. I'm gonna start trying to do some more vlogs over there because I do have actually some vlog footage to edit for my vlog channel. I just, you know, haven't done it, and I will be doing it because I love my vlog channel. It's like my favorite outlet creatively because it's just so like, I don't know, it's just real life. It's just really chill, and I love the memories. But yes, I thought I would just do some like other ones too, some short form content, because it just is a lot easier to kind of post fast. And obviously like a lot of people prefer the short form. I do prefer watching short form content. So you would think I would do way more of it, but I am old school. Like this is such a good eyebrow pencil, by the way. This Novo, it's a K-beauty one. No, Chinese beauty one, but it's from Yes Style. But yeah, I just feel like I get burnt out like doing too many different forms of content, and like I prefer, I don't know, it's like I prefer filming long form, but I prefer watching short. So that's just silly really, but at the same time, I mean, I don't want to do something that I want to like still be happy with what I do for work, you know. I don't want to be just following every trend. Do you know what I mean? Like for my mental health, I kind of do what I like. And yeah, sometimes numbers suffer because of that or whatever, but I'd rather do what I love every day rather than just try to fit a mold, if that makes sense. And I still like filming short form, like that's why I'm doing it today. But it's just that I prioritize long form, I would say. Who knows what the future holds? We'll see how this goes, but I just love it. I mean, YouTube has short form too now. I wish they would like bump up the time limit to like 3 minutes. Maybe they have by now, because then I could like upload like little mini vlogs here as well. I'm literally just skimming that over just to like define the brow a little bit more. It's like a little bald patch right here. I just want the brows to look groomed. I don't really care if they're perfect. I'm not going for perfect, I'm just going for like tidy. We did the little bit of blush through the crease. I'm also going to take just a little bit of bronzer, add that in there as well. Going to take a little bit of the highlighter on the lid and just blend it out well. Kind of focusing it more on the middle and like the start of my lid. Gosh, these are so pretty, eh? I remember like I wasn't super blown away when I first tried this. I think because I wasn't into super bright highlights at the time. I kind of went through a phase of not liking them, and now I'm back into it and I love it. Just goes to show how like makeup products aren't always like bad. It may just not be what you want at that time. All right, I'm just gonna blend away some of this under eye powder before I do my mascara and everything. So the big brush. And then before I do all that, I'm gonna just use some setting mist. Liner, I'm just gonna do brown. I was tempted to do black because I've been loving black again lately. It just looks so striking and beautiful, but this one's really nice in a rush. It's the MAC Brush Brown 24-hour liner. It's kind of like watery in a way. I know that sounds bad, but like it's kind of just so good to whip on. And I can use my nail to like smudge it before it dries and get like the perfect smudgy liner, but using a pen rather than like a pencil. I think it's good just to whip on. Like if you're looking for an eyeliner for like full glam, opaque, sharp, blah, 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 I feel like you'd use something else. This is very much like really nice just to whip on in a rush for day to day. It just looks nice. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think anything I say makes sense, to be fair. It's almost like buildable. Like for ages I thought this was a brow product. Maybe it is. I mean, it says 24-hour eyeliner. No, it is eyeliner. I think I used it in my brows, like originally thinking it was like a brow one, and it works well for that, to be fair. Literally just a little bit of that. Then some mascara, of course, and I'm going to do just a couple of little individuals, which I don't always do for like every day, but they're right here and it's like rude not to. XO Beauty mascara. Oh my god, a glob just went flying. I feel so much prettier when I do my bottom lashes compared to if I leave them bald. My lashes on this eye right now are so gappy. Like I must be going through a weird lash cycle right now. I feel like I've got 4 eyelashes in total. Nude liner always. Oh my gosh, I'm like looking at this makeup. I'm like, you guys have seen me do this a million times, let's be honest. I'm so sorry. I literally just felt like filming today and now I feel bad that this is like just so simple. Do you guys like simple, or Do I need to make a note never to do this again? Like, I actually feel kind of bad right now. Anyway, this is the Naked Trios by Ardell. I just found them on my thing I was cleaning yesterday. I did a very bad job at cleaning, to be fair. The room is still a pigsty. Pigsty. I'm just waiting for my glue to dry, and since we're in a little bit of a rush, I'm going to do my lips and then go back to the eyes. And I also need to like clean up all of the mascara I got everywhere because I just like whipped that on. What do I want to do for my lip combo? I rub that lip balm off to try to exfoliate my lips a little because they is dry. Honestly, I thought I got it all off in the shower, like I exfoliated my lips in the shower, but yeah, someone mentioned it might be if I've changed my toothpaste lately. I literally have. I started using like this Crest one I got off Amazon, and I'm like, is that why my lips are so dry? Is that a thing? My poor little lip liner, and it's like also dull. Here we go again. This is Raw, by the way, by XO Beauty. This color is like my perfect undertone for like my lips, but a bit darker than my lip color, if that makes sense. Can you tell it's like one of my favorite lip pencils? And then on top, I'm going to use Lovably by Tete. Well, not really on top, kind of just like in between, like in the middle. So there's a little bit of like a darker outline going on. Perfect. And then the final step, some lashes. I don't think I could have applied these more crooked if I tried. Hamish will be getting hangry. Not actually. He's fine. He would never rush me. But it just sounds more fun and dramatic if I say that. So I'm doing about 4, I reckon. So they go about halfway. Man, this look is just all about the skin. Like all these products I used today, my skin looks so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I feel like that sounds so vain. Seriously, I'm gonna do a tiny touch of the highlighter, the finishing touches. Brow bone. I feel like the makeup won't look as dramatic soon as well because I have all my studio lights on, and I feel like it makes the makeup look way more intense. In a corner. Oh, I love this lip combo. That's perfect. My hair's like not holding the curl whatsoever because it's like really oily. I need to wash it actually, but here's the finished makeup look. You could totally just use whatever products you have if you did want to recreate this type of everyday makeup look. A little bit more mascara. Oh my gosh, got that all on my hair. I'm gonna be wearing this all through the day, through to tonight when I'm having a drink with my friends. Well, that's today's makeup look. Sorry for those of you who don't like this type of thing. You're probably not watching anymore anyway. And to those of you who like a natural look, please let me know. I can do some more. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!